Christmas, a video series featuring Ashley Stoneman and friends of hers from the Michigan comedy scene. Help Ashley get excited for Christmas as we watch some of our favorite Christmas movies. Watching Myles De Leeuw's favorite Christmas movie, Elf. I think we can all agree that's a holiday classic, and we don't really need to argue that. We are going to talk to Myles De Leeuw and John Mullinix. They're really excited to be here.
That was two fingers.
If you guys want to follow them on Instagram, you can follow Myles De Leeuw, which is the best Insta handle ever.
My dad's disappointed. He doesn't like it.
Just like all comedians' dads.
Fair enough.
And Mullinix John, because if you ever forgot his name, you can remember it backwards. I think that's my Twitter handle, honestly, is my name backwards, so I really should make fun of you for that.
Dang, roasted yourself.
Too lazy to think of anything. So Elf is the 2003 classic starring Will Ferrell being basically a grown man toddler.
Baby, yep.
He's a baby man.
Elf baby man.
He's an elf baby man. Yeah.
Grown man.
It's like a pretty successful movie, I have to say, obviously. The budget was $33 million, and in total they made $220.4 million.
I wish I had some of that money.
Oh, man. Nobody is mad about this movie. What's funny is that he turned down making Elf 2. I think that's kind of interesting.
I wouldn't have.
He was like, I don't want to put the tights back on.
Do you see how tight they were, though?
Those are tight. Do you know how many pairs of tights he probably went through? A lot.
Oh, for sure.
If I know anything about thighs touching,
at least 2 pairs.
You're gonna ruin some tights real quick. I feel like his nuts were probably real trapped. That whole movie. I also want to believe that Will Ferrell did everything in this movie, all of his own stunts.
Oh, absolutely.
He had everything.
No way he did.
He ate all of that candy and all that gross spaghetti syrup. Just freaked out. And that's the whole movie. That they actually were like, we don't have a script. We're just gonna let
Will Ferrell.
We're just gonna let him go.
Go loose in New York.
Basically dressed as a giant elf man. And it's gonna be fantastic. And then they if you guys had to pitch this movie to someone who hadn't seen it somehow, I don't know how would you describe it?
I would just tell them to watch it. That would be there's no other way. It's probably the best Christmas movie. It just warms your heart every time I see it. My little cold heart is warm inside now, and it won't need to be warmed up again till next Christmas when I watch Elf again.
That's a long way to say Will Ferrell tries drugs.
Oh yeah, I would watch a movie if someone said this is just Will Ferrell on drugs. You're like, oh yep. Sign me up.
I feel like that was most of Saturday Night Live anyway.
It's like, what drug lets you make snowballs really fast, but also eat a lot of syrup?
I don't know, but
something you can get in the North Pole, something.
Lots of
carpenter's glue.
They call it candy canes.
No.
They don't let us know what it really is.
Do you know that's their two of their major food?
The 4 food groups.
Candy canes, candy corn, and syrup.
Is a whole food group. So that's the diet I've been living off of. Was I taught wrong?
No, I think it's just
I'm also an elf, I guess. This movie has to be so incredibly politically incorrect that they wouldn't make it now.
Oh, absolutely not.
A lot of the scenes, just the whole scene with Peter Dinklage, right?
Yeah.
Every single time I question if that's his last name. That whole scene probably would not be greenlit.
But the real question is, do you think Peter Dinklage would have taken that role now?
Well, after Game of Thrones?
Yeah, he's going into his last season of Game of Thrones. He's offered Buddy the Elf. Hell no. He'd be like, yeah, suck it, get somebody else. Yep.
I'll be the main character. Fuck you.
Right.
I'm a leading man. That's what he probably said.
There's no way Peter Dinklage could have ran up that tree, though. That's just...
That would be where the CGI budget really went.
$40 million instead of $30 million.
Oh, man. This this movie, it warms your heart. It actually made me feel the Christmas spirit a little bit. They say the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loudly.
For all to hear.
Oh, it's so cute. And it just makes me wonder.
It's eye rolling.
Oh, if you hear carolers come knocking at the door in the neighborhood, do you sing with the carolers?
Absolutely not.
No, first of all, if some carolers came up to my door, I'd be pissed.
Hey, get out of here. I don't want none of that. But in this movie, they show people singing along with people on the news singing Christmas carols. And they're just like, yeah, those people are singing. I'm going to sing with them too.
Black Santa sang too, like all of them. I don't know.
It just makes me want to know, like, would you do that? Like, if you saw that, would you sing along?
Okay, I probably, if I was behind Black Santa, he like conga lines or whatever, high kicks.
There's the one girl just
little girl by her bed. Nope, that's not me. But like maybe, or even at the bar.
Other people were at the bar. They started singing along. You'd be like, yeah, okay. Well, alcohol's involved there. Okay. That makes perfect sense.
Fair.
It's Christmas time, and booze should be involved in all of your celebrations.
Amen.
If it can be.
That's what Jesus died for.
This is another holiday classic. This is another holiday classic built on the premise of a bad dad. And it's bad that Jesus made me think of that prompt. That's what we need.
Do you really, do you think Santa was a bad dad? Really? Like, there must be a reason.
No, I mean, Santa wasn't his father. I'm talking about,
Talking about the Walter Hobbs.
Yeah, Walter Hobbs. He was, like, oh, hi, I'm your son. And he gets it verified by a doctor, like, lickety split.
Yeah, remember, immediately they knew.
And then it's like, oh, yeah, I don't like you because you're weird.
Hey, Maury takes at least 3 weeks. That paternity test back.
That would have been a great scene if they had, like, opened the envelope and, like,
oh,
you are the father.
Right.
Like, no!
He just, like, zooms in on his face, like, no. All right. Anyway.
So, like I said, this is the most quotable Christmas movie for sure. At least in my head it is. So, what is your favorite elf quote?
Oh, John, do you want to start?
Yeah, I think mine is when he's in the mailroom and he was like, wow, this reminds me of Santa's workshop, except it smells like mushrooms and everybody looks like they want to hurt me. Because that's every job I've ever had.
It's not even Christmassy. I guess neither is mine. When he picks up the phone, he's like, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Like, how do you answer the phone? Like who teaches you to answer the phone like that?
There's no hello. There's
right,
a very love
right.
story in Elf that it literally springs out of probably the world's worst first.
So Buddy
first
the
date.
Elf takes her through a revolving door. And John turned to us and said, what would you guys do if that was your first date? And that would be the moment that emergency call text is sent out immediately.
Like, please get me the fuck out of here right now. This is a horrible date.
Right.
You wouldn't even give Buddy the Elf the chance.
Absolutely. No way. Hell no.
After the whole, like, I'm gonna blindfold you and take you somewhere and make you drink
that's right.
a thing.
He blindfolds her to try the world's best cup of coffee.
But he's probably like, here, drink this.
Right.
Right. You're like, oh, he sounds sweet enough.
But how do you not creepy? Like, how is it? It's just creepy.
I think the most heartwarming part of the movie is the job he got at the end, where he just got to be the guy who tells his own story.
He is a professional storyteller.
But if it's your autobiography, like,
and he's like vibrant and entertaining for children.
It's like, but everybody remembers the guy who had to be the character from the book reading the book. And, like, he's literally the character from the book who's just so happy to be there.
They didn't even have to make him a costume.
Right.
Done. Got that done. They don't have to make a big, like, head of him.
They probably had to make Zooey Deschanel's costume, though. I'm sure she did not own those tights.
She came in with her own. I demand, if I'm going to be in this movie, I demand a few things. I get to wear my own tights, and I also get to sing a bunch of times. Like, at least 3 times.
Does she sing at least 3 times?
Yeah, she sings in the shower. She
Of course.
sings in the end, but then she's also there's a song of her singing at the credits.
I
So
don't think
she's
that's really
like,
her.
got
is
it. Oh,
Oh yeah, she really can sing.
she's
but-
she's a good singer. So I just really don't like her blonde hair in this movie. I'm just like, no.
It makes her look completely different.
Brunette, Zoe Deschanel all the way. She's so cute.
She's so cute.
I'm not saying she's not cute. I'm just like, oh, I don't like that blonde. It looks so fake. Sorry. Hairstylist who
Dang.
probably did her hair in this
Dang.
little fake looking. Don't you? So to wrap
Okay.
up this edition of 12 Days of Christmas, I was just going to say if I was originally at a 0 with Christmas spirit, this movie definitely bumps it up a bit. And if that is the scale we're using, Buddy the Elf is at about 10,000.
400,000.
How would you say your Christmas spirit is coming along? Are you guys ready? Are you feeling
No,
it?
it's not. I'm ready for Christmas to be over.
Like,
but-
bring on New Year's.
Right. I was so happy for Christmas in the 2 hours I watched the film Elf.
Yeah, yes. That is your snippet to sell Elf. Really makes you get into the spirit of Christmas.